Hello, welcome to otfdha TV. Today I'm going to show you in simple steps how to make Ekpang Nkukwo. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for coming back and thank you for watching. Without wasting much of your time, let's go over to the recipe. We're going to use water yam for this recipe. You can either use water yam, cocoyam, or a mix of both. We're also going to use some scent leaf. We'll use ugu for tying, that's Ekpang, periwinkle, some peppers, some onions, some crayfish. When you buy dumfi in the market, sometimes they offer to cut it for you. So I got someone in the market to cut mine. Dumfi is normally very dirty. That's periwinkle, very, very dirty. So you need to wash it several times for it to get clean. After 5 washes, this is how the water looks. It's quite clear, so I know my dumfi is good to go. It's clean. Cut up the water yam. I just cut into the pieces that you can comfortably hold because we're going to grate them. Careful when grating. After grating, I'm going to make sure this water yam has some taste. So I'm going to just sprinkle some salt so that it does not taste bland. We're going to prepare our Ekpang leaves, our ugu. We don't need the stalk for this, we just need the leaves alone. You can actually use any leaf of your choice to tie this. Traditionally, you use cocoyam leaves, but I don't have cocoyam leaves to use, so I'm using ugu. Make sure you wash your leaves properly so there will be no sand in your food. I'm using dried catfish for this. I'm washing it, prepping it, making sure there are no bones. I'm going to debone it properly. My kids are eating this. Now to tie the ekpang, I put in half a cup of palm oil. Now I'm putting my periwinkle. I like to put periwinkles under. I tie the ekpang and keep on top of the periwinkles. Now this is the part where it gets a little tricky to know how to tie it properly. You fetch a little bit of your grated cocoyam or water yam if you're using water yam, put it in the leaves and just roll it up little by little. You can see from the video how to do it. I don't know how to explain to you, but just watch the video and see how I'm doing it. That's how you tie it. The smaller you tie, the better. I have another video on this channel on how I make Ekpang Nkukwo, but I didn't use periwinkles for that. You can check the channel to see. I'm sure there are some things you can learn from that video too. We're actually using the back of the leaves to tie this. Use the back. You put your water yam at the base of the leaf, then roll it up towards the tip. This is actually the tricky part. This is the most difficult part of making ekpang, tying it. And you continue doing this until you're done. I finished tying, so I put in my fish. This time if you're using meat, if you're using whatever, you put it. I'm putting, this is the pounded pepper, crayfish and onion. two seasoning cubes, a little salt. Now remember that some salt was already put into the grated water yam, so you don't want to over salt it, just put a little salt. I'm going to put in my water now, but this water is not cold water, it's actually hot water. If I were using fish that was very strong, I'll boil it before putting in, so the liquid from the fish will also go in here, but it has to be hot. If not, your wrapped water yam or cocoyam is going to start falling apart, but the hot water actually helps it keep together. After some minutes of cooking, you can see that some part of it is not ready, but I'm just going to just turn this a bit so that the ingredients will go in. Just a little bit, not too much. The thing with ekpang is that it's going to scatter. Okay, yes, you can't avoid it scattering. Wait to add some more water. I need more liquid in this, so I'm adding a little more hot water. I'm going to allow this cook for about 10 minutes. Now, if you're using cocoyam, please make sure your cocoyam cooks well. Make sure this thing cooks properly, because if it doesn't cook properly, it's going to irritate your throat. I'm speaking from experience. If you've watched up to this moment and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, please turn on post notification. Share the videos with your friends and family. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to tell YouTube that you enjoyed the video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, okay? Thank you. I've tasted it. I need one more seasoning cube. I'm going to put in my scent leaves so that just cook along with it. Scent leaves gives it a good aroma. If you have parsley, you can put it in place of scent leaf. Just any aromatic leaf to give it good flavor. Now this my Ekpang Nkukwo is very basic. You can go all out and put all the rishi you want to put. Going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes. Now we're going to do a taste test. I'm going to just take out a bit, just one, to check to make sure it is completely done. Cut it open. If no longer really white, you know it's ready, you know it's done, you can eat it without any problems. I'm just going to cover this for about 2 minutes just to heat up a bit again. But our ekpang is practically ready. I've turned up the heat. Our ekpang is ready. In here smells so good. Are you a fan of Ekpang Nkukwo? Some people shy away from ekpang because of the amount of work involved in it. I know my kids love it because they just sucking and sucking on the periwinkle. Now here is our delicious Ekpang Nkukwo. Please, like I said, share this video with your friends and family. At least with this video in simple steps, you can make Ekpang Nkukwo on your own. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.